The sweet, sweet sound of another episode of the Social Distance Drinking Club. This time, the official after party of the virtual beer fest, which was a lot of fun. There were a lot of people hanging out, man.
I got the shirt, man.
I like the shirt. Hold on a second. Let me zoom in on that bad boy. Look at that. Look at that. So that was a good time. Guys, thanks for joining us. For those of you who are here, we've got a bunch of people popping in with us that are going to join us and have a conversation. Chef Tamara's here. She did the pie demo a couple of days ago. We've got Preston from Red House who's joining us for a bit to chat. That's going to be awesome. As a matter of fact, I want to bring Preston in now since we've already got a bunch of people here.
Let's bring Preston in while I open this guy.
I got Sarge opened up. Preston, what's going on, man?
Not much. How you guys doing today?
Fantastic. How was your social distance Saturday going?
I got 2 kids, so it's kind of a nightmare, but we're happy and healthy, so that's good.
That's the most important thing.
Yeah.
What do you got a drink in hand or?
I do. Yeah, I got a few. So I'm drinking a big spill right now.
Nice. So update us on what's going on in your world. Guys, you can also put questions in the comments section for Preston, and as people pop in, keep going from there. But Preston, what's going on over in your world?
Yeah, we're just trying to keep production flowing for everyone out there, and we're really appreciative of the support. People are obviously still drinking, and more so than ever in a lot of ways. I know I am, but we're trying to stick to the cores as much as we can. The Valley Beer, Big Spill, and Spellbinder, but we know you guys like diversity, and so we're trying to come up with some new triple and double IPAs. So we'll have a bunch of cool stuff coming out. We have a new Wally coming out probably next week, so that'll be pretty exciting.
Oh, a new Wally.
Stay home, Wally.
Stay home, Wally.
Yeah,
I love it.
Should put on the label. He's a good boy.
Yeah, exactly.
I'm going to bring in one of my other co-hosts, Preston. You may not have met him, or maybe you have, but my dear friend Adam Green.
Hey, Preston.
Good to see you.
Good. This Steps in Knowledge, I saw you guys, or Brett was working on it too. It's phenomenal.
Yeah, thanks. That turned out really nice. We changed how we treated it. We used to add the adjuncts earlier in the process, and then we added it kind of in the middle of the process. And this time we did it at the end, and it makes that. We can dose it a little bit better so it complements the beer as opposed to melding with the beer so much that you lose control over it. So we were able to really dial in the vanilla to the cacao to the chilies to the cinnamon and get that get that complementary nature out of it.
Nice.
What leads to you guys making those changes though? Because obviously the one that this was, I guess, based off of was pretty good and successful, and that to make those changes to do a little bit different brew process, like, is that just exploration, experimentation, or do you go into that saying we're going to do this because it will be a better beer for it?
Well, so Olmec did very well for us, but it came out, Barrel Age Olmec came out 4 years ago this summer, and it was really good. But 4 years in the brewing industry is kind of a long time. Trends move and palates change, and to us that was an exercise in big adjuncts in a thicker body. But in the last 4 years, that has changed. I mean, exponentially. What people consider thick is, the original Olmec's water compared to what people are drinking today. So first step is we got to make a thicker beer, and then we have to change the adjuncts to match that process. So that means getting more character out of those so that they can complement that thick base and hold up after the barrel aging process.
Is that fun for you to try to keep up with that?
It's a job. So it's what we like to do, and I couldn't be happier. I think this one really stood out, which is really fortunate for us.
Yeah, that's great.
Hey, Adam, I'm going to drop you out for 1 second.
Cool.
We have Chef Tamara here with us as well, and you guys know each other.
Definitely.
We
actually made a beer together.
You guys made a beer together?
We've done a couple actually, but everyone knows her, so that's good.
What was the? So maybe this is my one moment of misinformed. I will admit that I'm misinformed. What beer was it that you guys made together? I didn't know this happened.
That was like, what did we call it? It was like the Yippee Ki-Yay or something. It was like some Papa.
Yeah.
I don't
It
even
is
remember.
some cool local mesquite. Sorry, my baby I heard my daughter.
Yeah, we did it last year. We ran through it really, really fast. It was amazing.
Hey,
Yeah,
Chef.
you're not nice.
There are people here who wanted to say hi. Specifically, Matt Barrett got
Matt
really excited.
Barrett.
Yeah.
I miss you, Matt. I miss you.
Miss
my
Matt. And
Matt.
Preston, I know you're walking away, but Bridget, she says, "Love you, Preston." If you can see
I
that.
want to show Bridget this. I do remember the Olmecs wax.
Hold on. Here we go.
Wow, that's pretty.
That wasn't even planned. I just saw it in my video behind me.
That's awesome.
I'm in my wife's studio. I guess she kept one.
Nice. One of the questions that came in, and we'll all pop in and talk about this in a moment, is how many different beers are you drinking each day? How dare you assume we're drinking every day?
I mean, is there a limit anymore? I don't think there is.
Not even a little bit. Preston, where are you at? How many various beers are you having each day?
Probably like 2 or 3. I don't go crazy on that. I'm not good at doling out my inventory, so it'll be whatever my sustenance beer is, whether it's Valley Beer or another local lager, Miller High Life or Coors Light or something like that, and then whatever 4-pack or 6-pack I buy.
Nice.
Kind of supplement that.
Nice. Well, for the people watching, is there anything that you want to mention, Preston, before we let you go back to your kids and your family? Thank you for joining us.
Yeah, of course. I'm glad to be here. No, I mean, just, keep looking out what Drew's posting on Instagram and Facebook. We are going to continue to release new beers, and some old classics like Dreamy Draw and stuff like that will show up in the next couple of weeks. So we're continuing to give you guys what you're asking for, because you've been really kind in supporting us through this insane, scenario that we're all living through.
Awesome, man. Thank you so much. And I'm going to try and let's see if we can't do this. Adam, I'm going to bring you in too. If you've got your drink in your hand, we'll try and do a quick little toast.
Yeah.
Cheers, guys.
Cheers. And cheers to everyone watching. Tammy, you got a second to hang out with us? Preston, thank you so much. You're welcome to hang out.
Can I ask Preston a question real quick, Yusuf?
Oh yeah, if he's still here, go ahead, man. Let me get rid of the rest of us. There's too many of us on.
Yeah. So Preston, I have a serious question for you. More Valley Beer Extra, please. That's not a question.
What?
More Valley Beer Extra, please.
I just picked up some beer at Arcadia Meat Market today, and everyone there was asking me the same thing.
It was so good, man. A Valley Beer Extra was too good.
We didn't know that people would respond the way they did, because it, by definition, it's kind of a boring beer. But I think that Luke and the team and I were able to have a target in mind, and we hit it pretty well. So thank you, and yeah, we absolutely are rebrewing it in the next month or two. So
hell yeah.
It'll be back.
So
we have the
happy-
label.
So happy to hear that. Adam Green is in the background with his arms in the air. He was flailing.
That's great too. That's not even my style of beer, and I drink it. I'm like, holy shit.
I know. You're not nice.
Yeah, man.
Thank you very much. Yeah,
All right.
we'll bring it back for you guys.
Cheers,
Great
Preston.
job.
I appreciate you, man.
Cheers. Thanks everyone out there. Appreciate
Thank
it.
you so much.
Yeah,
Oh,
Adam,
man.
remember when we were at Wren House and I bought that and shared it with you and the Robinsons, and I was just poured it out, and everybody went like, "Oh boy."
That happens a lot at Wren House. You realize it's like we get a beer and you're pouring like, oh, that's really good. Like Brett, you just opened up Steps of Knowledge for the first time, right?
Mm-hmm.
What do you think?
I like it so far. I'm really curious to see how it warms up, because I already think it's solid, and this is definitely one that a lot of the kind of the more Mexican hot chocolate, the spicy ones with the cinnamon can change a lot. So considering I already like it a lot, I'm real curious. It's got a lot of the chili spiciness on it, but
It's got some heat, but it's a good heat.
yeah, I'm curious to see how the other adjuncts come through as it warms up.
Yeah, when Preston was saying too, as this one sits and ages a little bit, it'll change, which is awesome.
Yeah.
But Yusuf, what are you drinking?
So I opened up a Sarge.
That's a good beer.
Really good. I do want to ask everyone in the audience what they're drinking, and then I want to go back and see what Chef is drinking as well. So I'm going to pop her in. What are you having right this second?
Steps of Knowledge.
Nice. Adam Ledford, are you there? I see you in the background, but you're backlit. Cool. So you're having Steps of Knowledge. You're just a shadowy figure.
Oh, I
Yeah,
like this.
I'll fix that.
I think you should give us some
Take me out. I'll come back. I'll bring.
Sounds good. That's the only time,
Distanced.
the only time I've ever distanced Adam Ledford. Guys, thanks for joining us. We hope you are just coming straight from the Keep Arizona Brewing Virtual Beer Fest.
Hope you all made it home safely.
Staying home safely, social distancing. Obviously, if you have not been here before, this is a great time to see what we've got going on. We want to know what you're drinking, so tell us what you're drinking. Chef, what do you have in your glass?
Oh, it's actually I have the can here too. I'm drinking a Northeast IPA.
Nice.
Nice.
It's one of my favorites.
Nice.
Good.
I love it. I'm seeing some hilarious comments come in here, by the way.
By the way, Yusuf, can we talk about how we have somebody in North Carolina watching and somebody in Hawaii? We got a lot of time zones covered.
We got somebody in Hawaii watching? Oh, yeah, look at that. We got buddy from Hawaii. Thank you for watching.
Can we get them both on the show so we can have like the longest distance conversation in drinking cup history? Like,
Well,
I'm just saying, just coming up with ideas.
The most distanced conversation.
Distance.
We are getting to the point where we've got people in different countries watching, which is hilarious because we had people in Denmark and Sweden last week. So thank you guys.
We're all doing the same thing right now. Everyone's doing the same thing, just hanging out at home and enjoying the many great beverages we have in our locations, right? Like we're all doing the same thing.
Hey, Chef, can you show us what you've got going on, by the way? I know you said you were working on
Let me
something.
take off my gloves.
Okay. I do want to see.
Can you see? These are called marshmallows. I don't know if you can see. I'm cutting up strawberry marshmallows. I'm going to put them in a Rocky Road ice cream.
Nice.
Keep them busy. That's all.
I'm gonna need a Rocky Road ice cream delivery.
I think marshmallow beer sounds pretty good too.
Yeah, I was gonna say, has anybody done like a strawberry marshmallow stout? Because that could either.
I would drink the shit out of that right now. I like.
It's a shame we don't have any brewers we could suggest that to.
Like, I mean, anytime there's a marshmallow flavor in a stout, I'm usually a huge fan.
Like our last get together before all this stuff went down, we had a marshmallow beer.
We did.
Over at the Foxy Treats, and I think I have another marshmallow one in my fridge, but I'm going to save that for you then, Brett. Next time we can, be in the same room together.
I've never had a marshmallow beer. I'm super jealous.
They're hard to pull off, but when they're pulled off correctly, they're delicious. I feel like.
I bet.
You know what, Adam? I did when Chef was on the other day. I think she's earned her place in our beer shares. Let's not open that until this whole thing blows over and Tammy can join us for that beer.
Oh, absolutely.
I love it. Hey, Chef, we'll let you get back to what you're doing. We've got a couple other people who want to pop in here. Adam, give me 1 second before you go, Chef. I know that Brandon Casey wants to say hi.
Hello there.
Are you in the pool?
Yeah.
Nice. Cool.
He's the only smart one.
Yeah. You guys are wearing shirts. What's wrong with you?
I'm half unbuttoned, but this is
You're
usually
barely wearing a shirt.
This is usually music. So, Chef, we'll talk to you in a bit.
Yep.
Awesome. Thank you so much for your time. Brandon Casey, what are you doing, man? Why are you having a better day than the rest of us?
I'm a dive bar and you guys don't?
Probably. That could make sense. Adam Ledford, are you back? You are back. I can.
I think Ledford's back.
I can. Are you drinking a beer at least, Brandon?
Yeah, I got a little Tower Station.
Nice. Tower Station.
I love Tower Station.
Hold that sucker up to the camera so everybody can see it.
That's a good IPA.
All of the blue in this backyard.
Yeah. Oh, look at that.
Oh.
I think they got their new advertisement there for Mother Road. That's
Love it. Well, do you have something?
I look like I live in Flagstaff.
Did you have something fresh that we could chug? Because I gotta take a water break. So I got the.
I didn't have any bottles of beer, but I did grab a 50 ml of Irish whiskey that I will chug with you.
Well, that's not fair, but I'll just.
Is it really tiny, or do you have giant hands?
This is a normal size bottle of whiskey.
Well, hold on a second. We'll do this, and this is a toast, you and I, sir. Brandon Casey, guys, from Casey's Woodshed, huge supporter of the show. Great stuff.
So slow.
Cheers to you, my friend. Enjoy the hell out of that sunshine while it's still out there.
It's nice. Yeah, I'm in the warm part of the pool. If I go that way, it's a diving pool, so it's way too deep. It's freezing.
Nice. Well, you should get your pool heated. Since money's not tight or anything right now. Everybody's got tons of
heated pools in Arizona are just.
I mean, just go to the deep end and start peeing. It'll warm it up.
It's like MC Hammer's heated driveway. A great use of your money.
The
man-
problem is
man is a
we're not
financial
party
genius.
at the house, so I'm about to have to hop on the fixed gear and ride to go pick some up from the bar.
By the way, I'm looking at some of the comments, and so Deirdre said champagne and beers. Nice, thank you. Of course, have to. Always gotta have some champagne. And PJ's watching, and he said, "Is it wrong that I recognize the tower station can, even from the side? Because you were not label out, my friend. You were not.
I don't know where my camera is. You know I don't know how to use a fucking phone.
Hey, Casey, I got a question for you.
See.
How do you know somebody has a fixed gear bike? They'll tell you.
They'll tell you.
Yeah.
That's the same thing with how do you know?
It's easy to ride drunk, okay?
True story.
All right,
Yeah,
hey
no
Brandon.
beer, none of that confusion.
Brandon, feel free to hang out back there for a minute, but I'm going to bring in somebody who was hanging out and actually just at their home watching and drinking a beer. We'll come back to you. Look at that pool. You guys know our dear friend John Petrov.
John Petrov, what's up?
Cheers, fellas. How you guys doing?
I'm gonna crack this Pueblo Vita Color Surf.
Nice.
And,
nice.
join you in a cheers here.
Really?
Love it. Shout out to everybody watching. Thank you guys for watching.
By the way, Mr. Ledford, I had this earlier. You would have quite enjoyed this.
Oh man,
Oh,
I'm
wow.
jelly. Definitely
Great
jelly.
motion. Sounds crazy.
There's like an argument happening in the chat, by the way, and it's fun. Talking about
What
predation.
are
and
they arguing about?
Which predation was better? I love this. This is exactly what would happen at an actual after party.
The actual barrel aged is the best one, which is the first batch. That's the only one that's barrel aged. And I still have a can. It's sitting in the fridge. I may actually crack that out either today or tomorrow. You never know.
Dig it. Batch one, Bridget says. Batch one, Adam.
That's
Batch-
the-
I agree with you, Bridget.
The
That's
16, the 16 ounce can. The 16 ounce can is definitely the one.
Bridget says, "How do I get on the show? I wore clothes today." Bridget, I will send you a link. We'll get you on shortly. But I have a feeling if you wrote, "I'm not wearing clothes," the viewership would immediately quadruple and skyrocket. So we'll get you on the show. Deirdre said she had a s'mores beer that she got at GCM 2 months ago. We can probably figure out what the name of that s'mores beer was if you got it at GCM. I'd have to think about it for a minute, but I bet I know what it is.
I can't think of it.
Adam thinks it's Campfire Stout. And Adam Green, I do have to bring you back in here. John Petrov, hang tight, man. We'll come back to you in a second. I do want to bring back Adam Green. And boom, there it is.
Oh, I wanted to talk to John Petrov. I miss him. He's my friend.
I can just leave. That's
But no,
fine.
But no, that's actually a funny thing with marshmallow beers. I haven't had many. Bridget, I believe, from when she says Predation was like the first batch had more marshmallow out of it. But I was wrong on Campfire Stout.
Was it Bottle Logic Study Break? That's my guess.
Ooh.
Was that a marshmallow beer?
Wasn't it a s'mores beer or was it a
I
Snickers?
thought that was a Snickers beer.
Snickers beer. That's right. One of the other S candies that we eat in our imperial stouts these days.
You know what? Wasn't a marshmallow beer, but it tasted like marshmallows and was delightful. White Mountain Road.
Hey,
Oh,
hey, I am gonna pop out and bring John back so you can chat with him guys. I'll go through the comments real quick. But John, where you at? There you are.
Hi, John.
how you doing? Did you get enough coconuts in your White Mountain Stout? It was
I
great.
got enough everything out of that. Everything.
It was so good.
Hey, do you guys know how you can tell somebody's in the Saguaro Society? White Mountain Road.
You have a hat on.
Yeah, I'm wearing the hat. Brett's drinking out of the glass.
Cheers, guys.
Flexing for Preston probably trying to
Everybody's
show
got a
off there.
glass
I mean, that's not what I was doing at all. Like, no.
Ledford,
Hey, I
the
am drinking
student
out
has
of a
become a
Ren House
master.
glass at least.
I'm drinking out of my beers. We all have glass.
Oh, nice.
Beers, we all have glass. There you go. That's nice.
Very nice.
But yeah, I mean, geez, I've been aching to crack open that old Predation. It's been in their fridge for a while, but I don't know if I could do after drinking all day today. I think I might need to wait till tomorrow when I wasn't drinking all day.
John, this might be more for you and Adam Ledford, but like, how long is too long when you're sitting on a beer, right? Like when you get, you're like, I want to drink this, but do you sit there and wait and Like, when's the right time to open? I guess whichever one he wants to speak first.
Well, be honest with you, I'd prefer to drink them sooner rather than later, but sometimes it just doesn't work out that way.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, if skipping most of the science and the idea that like you've got factors like oxidation and some of the alcohol groups will resolve, and that's all I'll say about that. Basically, like it's probably not going to be an advantage for almost any beer. Some that come off a little hot if they have like fusel alcohols, sometimes you can get a little bit of a tempering. If it's in a can and you're keeping it like cold, then you don't have any oxygen transfer, so you're not actually doing much to it. And some beers just end up tasting old and stale. Like it's definitely more of a drink 'em fresh world that we're living in now, because who knows what the hell all these adjuncts are going to do at cellaring temperatures over time.
Yeah, you
So
don't
what
want
you're
to.
saying is I need to drink all my stouts.
I
You
need to
definitely
drink
don't
all
want to do that.
Speaking for myself, I sometimes feel dumb because I'll buy a beer, right, and I've never had before. I'm like, I'm going to age this. It's like, but how will I know if it's better aged if I didn't try it fresh?
Just drink it
I
fresh.
get it.
Exactly.
Unless it's a Westy 12, just drink it fresh.
No, and I'm never I'm dumb sometimes, but I'm willing because we're amongst friends here and the internet. Like, I'm fine. I'm comfortable saying that sometimes I do stupid things. But I know people who age beers, like some of them, they say best aged, best drank after a certain date. But I imagine most beers, drink them fresh. That's when the brewer sold it to you. That's when they want you to drink it. Like, I get that.
Yeah, I mean, if we open it up into the world of sours and mixed fermentation cultures, then absolutely there's a time and a place for that. It just depends if you're into that kind of beer. And if you're already buying like Cantillon and you're already buying 3F and you're already buying some like fun, funky Brett beers, you probably already know what's going on the aging scene. So, I mean, with the majority of beers, it's safe to say there's no real clear advantage to aging.
Nice. Hey, John, I'm gonna drop you off for a second.
Robinson's comment, yeah.
I'm looking at some of these.
I think he just got that like last week, though.
That's a
That's
300
a
brewery
decent,
beer cellar. Yeah,
that's
he's
a
had that
decent
for a while.
weekend for that's a decent weekend for Greg.
And Matt, that's smart.
Hey, hang on one sec, guys. Looking back at some of these comments. So Matt, of course, says, "John, when aren't you drinking all day?"
Hey, by the way,
It's
Adam,
probably true.
Adam, if I tried to leave the Robinsons, he will go through all 300 of those brewery beers on that way. He'll just be like, "Wait, before you go, let's open this one." Hey, Brett, one more before you go. Let's try this.
Pay to have it.
Yeah,
We'll come back to you in a second, brother. Go ahead, guys. Sorry.
I was gonna say I went to one party at the Robinsons' house and I had to leave because I really was not certain that I would be able to operate my phone to call an Uber if I stayed much longer. So,
But the story is every time like we go to Wren House and Brett would be there and the Robinsons would show up and Brett would be like, I gotta leave. And then Greg would go to the bar and order some, hey Brett, I got this amazing beer for you. And then Brett would have to turn around and come back and drink it. And then 15 minutes later, the same thing, just rinse and repeat. Like, it's amazing.
man, what a terrible friend! Who would do that?
Like, oh no, Brett, you have to drink more good beer. Woe is Brett.
I'd love
By the
to
way-
get Greg Robinson in here to have a chat with us because I think it'd be
Yeah,
fun. Greg, I'm going to send you a link to join us in a little bit. I think it'll be fun.
By the way, that weeknight at the Robinsons can also be read as wee night, like a small night.
wee night, just a wee night,
wee little nights.
crazy guy. Guys, for those of you just joining, tell us what you're drinking. Thank you for joining us for the unofficial official after party of the Keep Arizona Brewing Virtual Beer Festival. We do want to hear how you guys enjoyed that festival as well. And I think Rob Fulmer may be joining us shortly. A few other people. Chef Tammy has been on. We had Preston from Red House here. So, yeah, we've got a lot of fun stuff. And this is just a casual conversation we're having. So I'm really enjoying social distance that. Adam Ledford, you've been working on something interesting.
I have. We had to kill. So we've been working on kind of a virtual beer pong thing, just trying to find a good way to actually do it. And Adam Green and I were messing around with it a little bit. what I will promise to do is we'll take a video of the experience and share it on the Facebook page, or maybe demo it next session. But I can't have the camera sharing resources between. So we've been working on kind of a virtual beer pong thing, just trying to find a good way to actually do it. Whoa, I'm lagging.
Way too much echo there. Sorry about that, guys. For anybody who's watching, it's turned into a weird situation. I don't know where that came from.
That was weird. Did you guys hear any of that?
Twice, actually.
Get out.
Odd. No, but basically, I can give you the rundown without showing the video. But we put an iPad on a stand to video the opponent cam, and you set up a Zoom call, and you just use 2 devices each, so you have one to see each other and talk, and then you have the overhead cup cam, and it works pretty good. I mean, Green, what did you think? I thought it was awesome.
Adam has nothing for us.
No, I was muted. I had to unmute myself. No, up until the point where I lost, I thought it was great. I mean, I really enjoy beer pong, and obviously it's not the same as when we're all in the same place, but it's a fun way to be somewhat, a competitive drinker again, and remotely. So it worked out well. If you have the technology and can make it happen, it's not difficult. I feel like the more we do it, we'll figure out a better way to not fill up every cup. And we're removing our cups that you made on my son. I'm like, that doesn't make a difference on me. Why am I spending so much time on that? But
can we talk about the real thing here is that I can't remember the last time I played a game of beer pong.
Really?
And we've gotten to the week of social distancing for so long of quarantine that we're all just like, hey, remember that thing we did in college? Let's go do that.
Tucson represents, man. We play beer pong all the time.
That's because there's nothing to do in Tucson, and it's a terrible city.
Oh, come on.
Oh, man.
Having this conversation with you
You're
guys.
outnumbered on this one, Yusuf. No, I played a lot of beer pong in Tempe as well.
Yusuf, we're gonna get.
Let me hear your comments.
You know what? All I heard was all of you yelling at the same time. So, as far as I'm concerned, none of that matters.
I said, Tucson, let me hear you in the comments because this shall not stand, my friend.
I don't know.
I said we're going to get you banned from Pueblo Vita, so
it's fine. I can.
There we go.
I don't know.
That's fine, Yusuf. You know it.
There we go. I needed to get rid of Adam Green anyways. Distanced. Hey, so our friends Greg and Christine are here, and we also have Bridget here. And I want to bring in, first of all, Bridget's got a puppy, so she gets priority. Sorry, Greg, Christine.
Hey.
Hi, can you hear us? Can't hear her.
You're on mute.
She muted?
No, she's not. It's fine. Just puppy cam is fine, but we can't hear a word you're saying. I'll come back to you. Greg, Christine, are you guys driving?
We are.
Yep.
Where the hell are you going?
Take a look. Go and pull that.
Okay.
I thought it was going to be weird when there's a body back there.
Nope.
No, a body is not nearly that valuable.
That is a pallet full of beer.
Is that Modern Times?
That's modern time.
Modern Times, McKellar, and AleSmith, and some Russian River.
Holy cow. So here's a good question. Obviously, you're making the drive back with some beer, but I'm curious if anyone else who is watching right now has made a beer run out of the city or out of state even. Risky. But you are how far out from home are you right now with that huge haul? Because I'm trying to figure out if I can't hijack your car.
We're about 20 minutes outside of Gila Bend.
Nice. Say hello to the dinosaurs for us.
No kidding.
We will.
I love it. All right, guys, drive safe. Thanks for showing
thank you.
what you got in the back there. You're welcome.
Drop off at my house on the way, please.
Yeah, for sure.
Nice. Adam, you're welcome to come back now.
That's great. No, the Robinsons are fantastic, by the way. I know that some of the beer they're bringing back, I know there's at least one bottle for me, and I'm pretty sure there's one for Brett, too, at least. They're just wonderful beer people who are, I think, a big reason why a lot of us really enjoy being into beer, because some of the folks you meet are like the Robinsons. And just awesome folks, awesome people to know, and good friends.
Absolutely.
That's all I have.
Okay.
Yeah.
Good talk.
Remember we were at the Robinsons randomly one night, and you brought Hazelsaurus Rex for the first time. It was a nice time.
Hazelsaurus Rex. Oh my god.
Brett, I told you the story when I got Yusuf another bottle of that, right? Like Tammy and my fiance, we were at Pure Project last summer, and I'm like, oh, they have bottles of Hazelsaurus Rex in their fridge. I need to buy one for Yusuf. I'm like, she's like, okay, whatever. You know, and we order our beers. Hazelsaurus was part of our flight. We sit down. Tammy drinks that first, and she just looks at me all like, I've never seen that look before. She's like, you are not buying a bottle of this for Yusuf. I'm like, what? She's like, you're buying one for me. Like, okay, we're buying two.
And that was when Adam looked up Google engagement rings.
Yeah, right.
Google, how do I not blow this?
Do you guys remember when you all got together and you opened Hazelsaurus Rex and all of you texted me independently just to let me know the beer that I wasn't going to get to try?
I don't think I was there for that.
I feel like I got multiple texts from
Not
you.
for me. No, I don't think I was there for that initial one. I was pissed too.
So they left all the Adams out. Excellent.
So I'm looking at the comments, guys, real quick. Just a couple things I want to catch up on. And Bridget, we will try to come back to you. Hopefully your mic's working. This is interesting. It's very long. In Ohio, you have to show your ID to buy alcohol because people from Pennsylvania are not allowed to buy it there. Huh.
That doesn't make sense. But also, America?
We have weird rules, man.
Yeah.
Just make stuff up.
I've only met amazing people from Ohio, which is basically just Ian.
I was going to say, so you don't know a lot of Ohio State fans.
I have a lot of. Hey, Bridget's an Ohio State fan. They were trying to get her on the show.
She can get on and yell at me. It's fine.
Wait, hold on. So let's see if we can't get Bridget on here. Ledford, I'm going to drop you for just a half second here. Bridget? No. Still can't hear you. Just leave and come back. Guys, thanks for joining us for
this way.
Do we need another puppy cam? I can go get brisket real quick.
Puppy cam is always good.
All right, hang on.
I think John Petroff might pop back in. Chef is still in the background. And I've got messages coming in from a few people. Rob says that the fest is going long, but he'll join us shortly. I guess
that's great, though. There's nothing wrong with it going long. People are having fun.
No,
you know what's the best part of this virtual beer fest, Adam? You and I didn't wait an hour in line to then share a porta potty to pee.
That's a fourth wall thing you told people about. We did not cross the streams, don't worry, but we were heroes by the end of that.
Yeah, I've never been cheered for louder.
Oh.
I'm going to point out that it took it took a pandemic for you guys to publicly admit that you shared a porta potty together.
No, I've shared that story with multiple people before. Yeah. And for the rest of everyone who's watching, no, it was Strong Beer 2 years ago, I want to say.
I think so, yeah.
And the lines for their restrooms for the porta potties were just incredibly long. So by the time we got to them, like, well, they have basically two things in each restroom. Like I'll go left, you go right. Cool. We did that. People were like, yeah, and we walked down. They were cheering for us. It was great.
Thank you for the justified explanation of how you shared a porta potty with another band.
We probably didn't need to make eye contact the whole time, though.
No, definitely. But it made it better.
But you can make eye contact with Brisket.
Oh, Brisket.
Say hey to Brisket. Hi, everybody.
A virtual beer fest after puppy.
After puppy.
Hey.
Wait a minute, I'm doing that right now. Virtual Beer Fest after puppy is getting typed into the screen right now.
Yes. Are you a sweet boy? Yeah, you're a sweet boy.
I love it. I love it.
All right, say goodbye, everybody.
All right, goodbye. We'll come back to you in a second. Adam, Bridget is going to try to give this a second shot. Let's see if this works. Bridget.
I think we're on the third.
Hey, it's a talkie.
Third time's the charm.
What's going on?
Hi. I heard the Ohio State fans mentioned. So
OH.
Of course I couldn't speak up at that time, but
I was waiting for somebody to yell IO before I did.
Have my local beer graveyard today so far. So I have Goldwater, the shop, of course, Ren, as we know. And then I also got this out because if Petroff comes back, we will crack these those 16 ounces. We can crack these. They're old as fuck, but we could do it. Sorry.
Strong flex, Bridget.
Trying to zoom in on you and it won't let me, so I'll have to come back here in a second. But guys, go ahead and have a conversation with Bridget and anybody who's still watching. Let us know what you're drinking right now, and thanks for joining us. I'll be right back.
Okay. Yeah.
Bridget, what have you been drinking the most during this pandemic? What, like, is there anything that you looks like that's the beer that you've been kind of subsisting on?
Well, I think Wren House really dialed in Spellbinder pretty much perfectly the past few months. So I would say that would be my go-to, although Bent Tree is
delicious.
The same. So, I'm going to talk about Wren, but
yeah,
Bent Tree is the same exact beer as Dreamy Draw, just a different hop. So when they announced today during the virtual beer fest that they're releasing Dreamy Draw again soon, super excited because that has to be one of my favorite of all time.
So you're an OG Wren House member too, right? You're single digits.
No, I'm 17.
Okay.
And
Low
21,
double.
I guess. I have 2. So, but no, yeah, definitely an original member. And, I'm taking advantage a lot of their online ordering and pickups. It's pretty cool. They hooked me up for my birthday. They're awesome. They gave me a little present when I picked up my order. I got a special bag full of extra beers, and they're just a great brewery, great people.
Valley Beer extra beers?
I know. They actually literally have no cans. Like, I asked them, I'm like, you guys, do you have like the employee stash in the back? And they're like, no, we really don't.
Like, there's nothing left.
But yeah, I'm drinking one of the coveted right now.
Oh,
And then,
good.
if Petrov shows his face again, we can do this.
He said
That's up to Yusuf,
he said
actually.
he's still here.
What are we doing?
She's challenging Petrov.
This is the 2017 predation?
Okay.
Like the 16
Hold on.
ounce, so, yeah.
Hold on. Adam, Brett, give me a second. What's the challenge?
Petrov said he has one of these as well. So I'm like, if he comes back on,
I'm right here.
we can crack these.
I'm just in the background.
We
so.
can do it. I can't hear him. Is he there?
You want me? Can you hear me?
Hey.
Shame. One of the few bugs of this, Bridget, is that if you can't hear somebody, you have to leave and come back again. But if you do want to do that, you can leave and come back, and we can get you back in here. And then if you do have it, Petrov, I think you guys should both open it because screw it, it's quarantine. The world's ending.
Get my detox going
All
for
right.
a second here, and then I'll go grab it from
I'll
the
leave and come
fridge.
back.
All right, sounds good. We'll come back to you guys in a minute. And Adam Green, Adam Ledford, welcome back to the party.
I gotta see what Wren House I have. I gotta open something.
Yusuf, you know what's one of the worst things of quarantine?
Go ahead.
Go on.
Oh, it all froze up. Sorry. You know what sucks about quarantine is that all these stouts that we have for like when the 4 of us plus some of our other beer friends would normally be opening these things are just like sitting there and not getting drank. I just keep accumulating more.
Yeah.
And I can't.
I
I can't calm myself.
I actually opened a Monsters Park last night. The rum barrel aged one. I had to do it.
I get it though. I'm not mad at you.
So
okay. If Bridget and John are opening up that predation, what are we doing? It's stupid beer time. We're all doing it.
Is it happening? I can go find. Oh, I have a Palancio Modern Times.
Well, so Petrov, Bridget's coming back. I see her there. I don't know if I have anything. Like I drank my last can of Predation. Otherwise, I would totally jump in there and do that. But I am going to make a banner for this because this is exciting stuff. If they're actually both going to do it, if they both open that beer,
if they both open that beer, I'll open something stupid.
I'll open
some Predation left.
I don't think I have Predation. I gotta check.
But,
I drank my last one.
We were in a text thread earlier in the day with another friend of ours who's a good beer guy, Matt Lorimer, and he's like, what are you drinking? He's like, I have all these stouts that I can't get through because he doesn't want to drink them himself. It's the same issue. Like we're all sitting on these big stouts, and unless our lady friends enjoy, not for Adam Ledford.
Julie loves the barrel aged beers, so
right,
I'm in great shape.
Ellie, I'm not sure. Brett, I don't think she's big into the barrel aged stouts. I know Tammy's not, so it's like
I think Ellie and Tammy are similar in that select few they will appreciate.
They're
Like,
choosy with their beers, but not their men, apparently.
And for people, yeah, there you go. So if people don't know, Ellie is Brett's fiance, and Tammy, not Chef Tamara. Tammy, the woman who we not seen today, is Adam Green's fiance. So, because people are just hearing the names Ellie and Tammy and have no freaking clue what we're talking about.
Their names have come up on the show before.
Some people are new here, man. You gotta remind people.
We got new people.
You
by
know,
the way,
right.
Greg Robinson in the chat.
Distance.
Greg Robinson says, "Stupid beer time. LOL. We have a predation. Can you wait 2 hours?"
Greg, we can have an after party later.
Yeah, we'll totally do an after.
Also, Greg, you don't get to join in the stupid beer drinking until you get home.
Please.
Yes.
Please and thank you. I'm looking at. He said you all need to strip and see if he notices when he gets back. Was this for me?
Yeah, I think so.
Yikes!
Wait, what?
Greg wanted you guys to strip, and for me when I got back to see if I noticed. So please don't do that. It's unnecessary. It's unnecessary. Adam Green is wearing his clothes.
I think you'd notice. I'm just fairly confident that you would notice if we were all not wearing clothes.
I came on here with a head wrap, and it took like 6 minutes for you guys to realize that I had completely changed my appearance.
You do.
When did you have a head wrap?
I was gonna say distanced. I was gonna say, Yusuf, even when we just do video chat, not live, you are wearing a head wrap half the time. It's not that we didn't notice; it's just not news.
Also, to be fair, Yusuf, when you're wearing a shirt that I can barely hear you over, that is down to your navel, it's hard. You don't notice the head as much.
Thank you. I just want to make sure that you guys understand that I've been trying to fake-cation out here, okay, between local beers and a High Life to hydrate in between. Like, that's what I'm doing. I'm fake-cationing right now. Brett, why are you wearing a T-shirt? You're outside.
I'm wearing the T-shirt to support today's beer event.
Because it was that T-shirt, which also, show it again, everyone. If you didn't get one, they're kind of dope. There it is. I love it.
Fun story. Actually, they have the order capability still. If you go to Eventbrite, they have the link to the T-shirts, and they're still available for sale. I didn't realize that they had originally cut the link on the 15th, so I was very happy to be able to order mine today.
Hey, so Brett or Adam Ledford, do either of you want to kind of host this John Petroff, Bridget Posh predation conversation as I step away to go find a whale to open?
Yeah, go for it, man. We got this.
I don't think I have a whale to open. We'll see. John, you're in. Bridget, you're in. I'm gonna step away. Adam Green, we'll get to you in a second too.
Oh,
I think Adam's gonna cry if he doesn't get this.
Hey,
so.
You guys just gonna see who can drink it the fastest? Just chug it.
Oh,
What
fuck
predation
that.
we're talking about. So everybody
I'm gonna
has
take my
the
sweet
new
ass time
predation.
drinking this.
Here's
Oh,
the
you
new
got
predation
both.
that me and John have. It's a 16-ounce can, so if you have it, join in.
Yeah, so I think so it sounds like you guys are in, which is amazing, which means we're all on the hook for stupid beers too. So Brett, what are you thinking about?
Dude, I'm drinking a double barrel aged stout currently, so like I got a lot to go, man.
All right. So I guess just use it.
Sense of knowledge is not exactly a bad one, but it's been sitting around for a while.
Man, so we're keeping it in the Wren family, it sounds like. Well, Yusuf probably doesn't have any Wren whales, so he's probably going to grab something else.
You could
True
also
that.
go with the flavor profile, like it is a s'mores. So if anybody
More
has
stout.
that,
Okay.
Barrel aged more stout.
2-to-1 odds. Yusuf comes back with a fucking Truly.
Or he comes back with something Earl gave him, probably.
cheers, Petrov.
Cheers.
No, that looks delicious.
Okay. Well, when Yusuf gets back, I'm going to get him to dump me, and I'm going to go see what marshmallow beer I have.
Oh,
Can't I
Oh,
can't
that's
believe
delicious.
This held up really well.
This is tasting just as good as it has.
That's
Wow.
what I was gonna say. Like, I can't believe how well this held up.
Still the best batch because it's the only one barrel aged. I think they're gonna do it barrel aged eventually again.
Yeah.
But
Let's hope, man.
I think they said that they split this batch, the 12-ounce can batch. They said they reserved a bunch of this for barrels. So
nice.
If
Hey,
only
hey,
we.
let-
Yeah,
what,
man.
what was the first time I had predation was at your house. Do you remember which batch that was?
That was B1. That was the original.
Was B1?
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah, for
because I
sure.
remember that was when I was really just starting to get into stouts at the time, and like that's when I, me and Adam Green become better friends, and I messaged him and I was like, "Oh man, I think you'd really like this beer." And then he was like, "You freaking asshole," because I didn't realize he'd been trying to get his hands on it, and I was just trying to be a nice friend and be like, "Wow, I think you'd really enjoy this one, Adam."
Yeah, we opened
Go ahead.
barrel aged predation, and we opened fundamental observation back when that was not something that everybody had one of. Adam is blowing up the private chat. Yusuf, where are you? Bring Adam Green in. Brett's a whip. I like the liquor cabinet behind Bridget or Trey. Whatever.
okay, this is a.
We're just
By the way,
Adam's just like
I
going
tried to introduce
constant on
when I
here.
wasn't.
You know what's funny? Adam in the private chat is like Yusuf in real life. He's just yelling at everyone.
By the way, Adam in the private chat, put that on the beer name list.
Is bomb.
Guys, the whole thing just went up in flames. I walked away. I heard you guys yelling. I was digging through my fridge, and I was all the way in my garage. For once, you were louder than me.
Yusuf, dump me. Bring on Adam Green. He's dying back there.
Okay, all right, Adam.
I'm not dying. Just that story about the predation. I was before Brett. So I'm pretty confident Brett had texted me about this. Dude, you got to try this predation. It's amazing. I'm like, fuck off, man. I've never had that before, and I have no access to it. And that's all I was showing. Like, he basically told the story. Like, he didn't realize he was talking shit to me when he was talking shit to me.
So,
which made it all the more delicious.
real quick, two things, guys. Real quick. And John, did you guys open your predation? I walked away. I literally had to walk away. Did you guys open that predation?
I did.
Okay. And then second question, did anyone else grab a whale to open up? I didn't have a whale, but I do have a can of Dixie Letta left.
Oh, nice.
I've got a Dixie Letta in the fridge.
So,
but I'm still working on my steps of knowledge, man.
Brett, I still have a can of Devil's Claw. Should I open that up?
Yes.
Ooh, I have one too.
Nice.
Devil's Claw is fantastic.
Yeah, well, let me finish my goddamn beer.
Stop whining, Bear.
7 Stars, the newest one. I love that. That's
Guys,
7 Stars is good.
Guys, we got to stop talking over each other. Give everybody a second real quick. But John, Bridget, we'll come back to you in a second. I want to bring back Adam Ledford if he's there. I don't know where he's at. And Chef, I see you looking. I hope you're just watching, but just wave at me if you want to jump in here and yell at us. You can. I've also got our dear friend. Ooh, that's a whole lot of us. Adam disappeared for some reason. And I've got our dear friend PJ apparently wants to join us here in a moment, so we might bring him in. But so what did you open, Brett? Or what are you going to open since you're still working on your beer?
I mean, I have a few things.
Yusuf.
Yeah.
But I have a temperature to drink right now might limit my options because some of the ones that I'd be most intrigued to open are bombers in the cabinet, like the Midnight Stills. But I feel like those would be like post quarantine.
Yeah, I've still got some cabinets. I've got some Wakefield stuff that's like sitting in a nice, dark and cool place, and some. I've got some stuff from Cigar City that's back there. Well, there's gonna be some fun stuff to open when this thing.
Hashtag drink local.
Hashtag drink local indeed. We lost Adam Ledford, but Greg had a really good question for us, by the way.
Yeah.
Are you on a regular schedule for these events? Yes and no, Greg. We are working on Thursdays are definitely a thing. We're doing a show every Thursday. That's happening for sure. We may do 2 weekdays and 1 weekend this week, just because Thursday is going to be another chef demo for you guys that did not see Chef Tamara's demo. We're doing one with Chef Sam from the Brickyard on Thursday, and they're also going to distribute another 50 bags of ingredients to out-of-work food and beverage service industry workers for that. So we'll post the ingredient list, and you guys can follow along. And Chef, if you mind me bringing back in, is that okay? Bring back in for just a quick second? All right, hold on. Chef, you're going to cook alongside, right?
No, what? You want me to cook you on Thursday?
Are you? No, but I'm going to make what Chef Sam as well on Thursday, right?
Yeah, I just need the ingredients so I can get it.
As soon as Bobby gets that list to me, I'm going to post it.
I will totally. I'm excited to see what it is. I miss his food. So.
I am like almost done with the pie that I got. So it's almost done.
You almost ate it all? Hell yeah.
Overnight.
I half expect Chef Tamra to like go foraging for all these ingredients, by the way.
Hey, you know what? Right now, you go into a grocery store, it's just like foraging. Like those social justice warriors that are looking at you and like glaring, like, why are you in here? What are you doing?
Like, that is not your lettuce.
Why are you buying all the pork shoulder or whatever you're getting? I don't know. I don't know what's in the ingredient list. So
well,
I will totally go foraging for anything that I can find on that list.
When I get a chance, I'll post the ingredient list as soon as I get it from Bobby. And then for anyone who's watching, you guys can join us and watch a live chef demo. Something that it's basically Food Network but interactive. It's the best. We made a new
without the pressure, for sure.
So, yeah.
So with alcohol.
It's a lot of fun. All right, Chef. So I'll let you get back to your marshmallows over there.
Hell yeah.
Thank you. So
good job, Adam. I was waved in the right direction.
I love it. Hey, so PJ's around, and if you guys don't know PJ, he's a fan of the show and a friend of mine that I've known for several years. Hey, PJ, can you hear us?
Hey, PJ.
Hey, Brad, I just want to first compliment your shirt. And secondly say, answering the earlier challenge, I am completely Winnie the Poohing it. Nothing on below the shirt. Full on Winnie the Pooh. Answer the challenge.
I love it. PJ, what are you drinking right now?
I am also drinking a Wren House Sarge.
Hey, right.
There we go. Wren House Sarge. Good stuff. Yeah, that's the stuff. That's the stuff. Good Central Phoenix beer right around the corner from me. Love it.
Actual Central Phoenix, not where
actual proper Central Phoenix. Yeah.
Arcadia Light.
It's one of those.
I love that we have like 6 recurring inside jokes that most of the people don't know.
So right. People might get them.
Maybe.
Hang on.
That's okay too.
I want to revisit some of the comments here. John, I'm sorry you don't have access to that right now. I'm jealous of people who can get access to hop chowder. Like it's doable.
It's a good beer. The double dry hop chowder too. That is good.
Also asked what I opened, John. I opened a Dixie Letta. If you can see the can now, I know the lighting's a little off, right? But yep, delicious Dixie Letta. This is a lot of stout for me right now. And PJ, I think your sister is watching the show, so thank you for sharing this. That's our our new biggest fan.
There you go.
Next to Adam Green's Bubby.
So. Bubby is our biggest fan.
More of everyone other than Adam.
Right.
I get it. I'm not offended. I'm a team player.
No one happened to Adam Ledford. Did he disappear?
He probably got distracted by the beer pong.
Good talk. John says he's always behind the times on release, but it's an hour drive from Goodyear. Fair enough. Well, maybe one of us will find a midpoint. We can start trading beers because I don't want to go.
Talking about like Wren House releases or
hop chowder? Going to Goldwater.
Hop chowder.
Yeah.
I mean, to be fair, John, there's not an hour's worth of traffic right now. You could probably get
there. Sorry, guys. Comments keep getting better and better. Robert. Hold on. I love you, Robert. I love you so much.
Take off your glasses when you say
you
that.
Never say that to me.
Use the eye contact.
These are. I love you, Robert.
Never heard that before.
This is what. Well, I'm sorry. That's unfortunate. And you're engaged, so if you've never heard the words "I love you," I'm really concerned for you.
Not from you.
Yikes.
But
for me.
Well played.
You're getting a
Well,
little.
Yusuf, you are a
I
sport.
love you, Forrest.
PJ, feel free to hang tight. I'm going to come back to you in a second. I'm really sad that Adam Ledford is gone because he's my favorite Adam. But
Mine too.
shit, did I say that out loud?
You're in my wedding.
Indeed. Hey, John Petrov, did you open something just now in the background after that predation?
We follow predation with something else great.
I thought he did. I can't. Hold on a second.
It's the same beer. I can't drink it that fast. Come on.
Tiny window. I thought you opened a second can, and I was like, this guy just sculled a predation, and then
No. I just took a picture and tagged us all in the picture and put it on Facebook. That's all.
Love it. I hope it was an embarrassing photo. John, I'll come back to you. Adam Ledford is actually back, and I do want to spend a few moments with my fine co-hosts.
Well, hello. Yusuf, what did you select?
I'm drinking a Dixie Letta, actually.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. So, and this is good stuff. I mean, it's a BA stout, so BA Imperial Stout. So I'll be.
I think it's a low key, really, really solid one that was like not rare but really good.
Oh yeah, I don't know. How did we end up on the Wren train somehow? Like accident?
Well, also Wren, and we also had their like brewer on.
Brett did name his cat Wren. Like, we're fans.
True story.
Fair enough. A lot of love in here. Adam Green, what's the stupid beer that you're going to open?
I'm not sure. I feel like when I have to make that decision, I will.
Adam, you get a little bit
of Palancio Modern Times because I don't want to open up a bomber like of a stupid beer. That just seems silly to. No, it doesn't. It's Saturday. Okay, it could be anything in my fridge.
Anything. As a matter of fact, you know what? For the hell of it, I might just host a Zoom chat after this that is not live streaming, where we can just open stuff and say stupid things. That'll be fun.
We're not doing that now.
It'll be so different.
It'll be stupider.
I am incredibly censored at the moment, guys. How dare you?
All right. So this is my selection for stupid beer.
Ooh, hang on a second. Oh, no.
Can I just say?
Buddy.
Which one is it? Marshall Chest.
We said we were doing marshmallow, right?
Can I just say, and this is selfish, I understand the whole part of us like opening up our whales and these stupid beers is that I'd like to open these stupid beers with you guys. Right?
Yeah.
Like,
hey, Ledford, don't open that.
That's too stupid.
Guys, I have another one. I'll earmark it for you. Okay.
Oh, okay. Enjoy then.
Then in that case, it's okay. In the meantime, I've crushed 3 of the 4 crowlers of juice from the Answer that were shipped to me prior to quarantine like this. And man, the only thing left in my fridge other than some of these IPAs that got delivered from Wren House are monster stouts. So either you guys are going to get like 2 a.m. video chats from Yusuf, or I'm going to go to sleep.
To be fair, crowlers of juice have the alcohol equivalent of an actual juice box.
Yeah, they also have the sugar equivalent of
an actual juice box.
An actual juice box. So there's that. Hey, puppy.
Dexter.
Look at that.
Hey,
guys,
Dex.
if you're opening up some whales, tell us what you're opening. Aaron says they are on the Wren train. Drank a Wally and Friends. 2017 Pie Thief. Sick.
Ooh.
And a BA Dojo. Hell yeah.
Oh, BA Dojo. Hell yes.
Yeah, that's good stuff. Very nice. Very nice. Christina's handling the phone. So, guys, if you're worried about Greg driving with a pallet full of beer, I'm worried about that beer, too. I'm really concerned about the safety of that beer. And just so you know, Christina's handling the phone. The beer's going to make it just fine. It's going to be okay.
That's good enough.
For anyone who's just jumping in right now, thank you. Again, this is the really last-second unofficial official after party of the Virtual Beer Fest. So,
and also just a good way to spend Saturday.
And we love spending it with people and having a conversation. Bridget, I see you back there, by the way, and I'll pop you back in a second.
Bring her in.
Let me.
I'll go.
I'm going to pop you out for a moment. Bridget.
Hi.
Hey.
Guys.
So how's that beer drinking while it's warming?
Oh my gosh. Like I said, I can't believe how well this held up. I could be wrong, but I think it's like 2017 when they released this. And I remember I maxed out with like both of my memberships I have access to. So I had like 8 cans and I traded for more. It's so good. But this is tasting amazing. I can't believe it hasn't fallen off. And, you know, I guess everybody else wants to share with other people, but to be honest, I'm pretty excited that this is all mine.
Wait, can you show us the can again?
Yeah, this is the only barrel-aged predation that they released in cans. So the 16 ounces, I'm not sure what year this. If anybody knows, put it in the comments. I don't know exactly what year.
Does anybody know what year?
I think it is 17. I think they put a date. Never mind.
Hey,
can't see it. Yeah.
If only there was some way to stamp some sort of, you know, time indicator on a can in some way.
Well, they don't always.
Hey, Bridget, you've got a hello from PJ, and you've got a hello from Aaron Manning as well. So if you look there at the screen, you'll see the 2 hellos.
Hey guys.
It's happening, y'all.
I know. It's just what a weird situation, right? Like we went.
Welcome, my lovely wife.
I heard there was a beer being opened.
Did you hear the sound of it?
She's like, he's sharing, guys.
Yeah, did you see the timer on that? It went, and she was here. It was like magic.
Wait a minute. Wait. Did you figure out how to go fishing during quarantine? Do I just crack a beer outside and wait for women to show up? Is that what happened?
It only works for the BA loving and the Imperial set.
Fair enough. Guys, if you're joining us right now, tell us what you're drinking. Thank you for joining us for the virtual Beer Fest after party. Bridget, come back to you in just a moment. Bring Adam Green back in. But can we talk about that beer you're opening up, Adam Ledford?
Yeah, so Horace, based out of Oceanside, owner and brewer Kyle, amazing guy. They focus on like extremely long boils and decoction mashes and everything that like intensifies and sweetens up beer. I mean, they do some amazing sours and they have some awesome IPAs, but really their claim to fame are these just gigantic, amazing, like very adjunct laden stouts. They did a membership program, and she got lucky enough to get a membership. I did not, so we're drinking Julie's beer right now. Yeah, they did like 50 in Oceanside, 50 in Humboldt County, 50 in California, and then 50 for the rest of the lower 48. And we just got really, really lucky and kind of won the lottery on that. So I guess we're going into year 3 on the membership, but get that beer. I mean, you guys have all had it. I mean, do you think it's hype or do you think it's actually that good?
I like it. I dig it for sure. And I think I might have one more Horace bottle in there. I'm glad I opened the Dixie Letta, but if I had known you were going the Horace direction, I would have gone and grabbed it.
I think I have the coconut crown and the hazelnut crown in my beer fridge.
Did I give you one of those?
No.
No.
You got one for me, right?
I think I got them. I forget how I got them both. I think I may have been through you. I think I ordered them through, and by you I mean Julie.
Hey, John says he got a tropical. Is that Tropicale from Wren House? Are you keeping the Wren train going?
Ooh. Also, our other John Petroff, gave the fun fact that Predation is a Horace collab with Wren House.
I didn't know that.
About Horace, it is a collaboration with them. I think they also did Desert Tropicale was a Horace collaboration.
I think that's right.
Is that what he was talking about?
That is correct.
I have no Horace in my fridge, so I am not one of you.
Nice.
Hey, John.
By the way,
John, which beer are you
Steps
talking
of Knowledge is warming up nice.
Oh, I need to probably give this Dixie Letta a little bit to warm up, guys. I don't want to keep this dragging on for too long. It's been an hour, and our post.
We're just getting started, man. We just cracked the whales.
I haven't opened my whale yet.
I know, right? It's a real party. It just turns into too much of a party. Eventually, I'm gonna have to move inside, so I'll leave because at this point,
You're a busy man, I'm sure. There's a lot going on tonight.
Yeah, there is a lot going on. Okay, I've got a house party that I'm hosting on my laptop. You jerk.
Nice.
Yeah, I'm DJing a house party. Brett's actually going to sing live later.
Wait, what?
You're not, but maybe, I don't know. Can we get Brett to sing live? That'd be fun.
Can we do Zoom karaoke?
Yes. If we can figure out a way to do it, I would host Zoom karaoke for the remainder of this whole thing. Easy.
Nice.
You just have to play the song at your house and sing louder than the melody.
Greg, yes, Desert Tropicale was. I almost opened up Desert Tropicale instead of the Dixie Letta, but I thought.
Do you have Desert Tropicale?
I still have one more can.
Oh, it's so good.
Nice.
Would that have been a better choice than Dixie Letta?
No, it's just been an equally good choice.
All right, fair enough.
Choosing which Rin beer to drink is like choosing between your children. I mean, it's
Well, we only have one. So.
exactly. We always.
Which one do you choose, Adam?
He chooses brisket every time. Every time.
Hey, man. Sometimes I have to have another dude to swing the vote in our household. You know.
There you go. You know what's amazing is Chef is still working in the kitchen, and I can see her in the background. She's in our backstage, as they call it, and she's smiling. Chef, I know I can't hear you right now, but I can see
Bring
you.
her on. Bring her on.
There you go.
I'm always working.
Still working diligently and still drinking beer, right?
I am drinking a double dry hot salted hops from Goldwater.
Hell yeah!
Look at that.
Nice.
You're the best.
Uncle?
Love it. I love it. I love it. I love it. I love it. You are awesome. Cheers. I'll pop you back out so you can go back to not feeling like people are watching over your shoulder as you work in the kitchen.
It's all good. I don't care.
Shout out to Goldwater, though, one more time. Show us the can.
I really love Goldwater. They do some. I mean, how lucky are we to be in a state where we get badass beer and they can deliver it to us now?
I love it.
Correct.
Thanks, Chef.
Yeah.
Salud.
Man, yeah, Goldwater all day, every day, man. I love those guys.
They're killing it right now.
Absolutely.
I think Goldwater and Shop are like the two, and have been for a while. Now they're not as much underrated. They were like the up and comers, have just been killing it for a couple of years now.
Yeah, you always have a mixed bag of opinions when a brewery opens because they're still establishing identity, they're establishing best brewing practices, and so even if the quality stays high, I'm not saying that either of those breweries released sub quality beer, but even so, like, you're still going to have more variation. You don't have your voice yet as a new brewery, but I feel like absolutely both of those breweries rounded the corner and are just banging home runs every single time with very, very few misses. And the misses are small, if anything.
I think it was at Real Wild and Woody 2 years ago. For me, Goldwater was the one that was like, they had 4 beers and it was 4 for 4, including like a cask IPA and like a couple sours and a stout. And it was like, it was not easy ones to go 4 for 4 on, especially the cask IPA. Like, I feel like cask IPAs always sound like, ooh, a unique one kind of thing. And then it's usually like, eh. But theirs was like delicious.
To have that range.
They were my favorite that year.
Like, to have that range, like, we all have breweries where, like you're talking like Horace, some of like the sweet stouts or things that they do. Like, when you have a brewery like Goldwater or the Shop or Wren House or some of these ones that are, some of our absolute favorites, like a lot of other breweries make good beers, but the range that some of these places have to do great pastry stouts, great IPAs, phenomenal sours. Like, it's hard, I would imagine, like, to be able to be that versatile in terms of what you can brew and brew it well, because we're beer snobs. Like, we get that, and like, we have different palates, but when you can hit all of them, like, you're doing something right and you're doing it well.
I prefer the term enthusiasts and not snobs. First
Fair.
of all. And second of all, I know we're creeping past the 1 hour mark. Ledford, yes, we are having a great time. We can keep this going. What I want to try and do, if we can make it happen, is we've got, let me see who else is here. So we have John Petroff, we have Bridget, we have Chef Tam, we've got PJ still back
I'm out of beer. Should I get another one?
Yeah, your whale, man. What do you think?
Open up the whale.
I'll find my whale.
When we shut this thing down, and then maybe we should do it here in the next 5 or 10 minutes.
15, 20.
Let me have open my well and flex a little bit.
I think dinner was planned for 7, so I think we should go like 10.
Is he still here? Okay, good.
Yusuf, bring Bridget on. I want her to elaborate on the.
Yeah, I want to fight with Bridget on the sours. Just go to Tucson.
What do you mean for true sours?
I just mean actual barrel aged sours and not kettle sours, and that's not something you find a lot of here in Arizona.
No.
Not to say that they aren't. I mean, here in Phoenix, Wilderness, for one, has a really good sour program, and I don't dislike any of the fruited sours. Those are nice, but you know what I mean. If you really want one of those true barrel aged sours, you can't really go to Arizona. You have to go to California or somewhere else, Colorado. And so that would be the one wish I have for this scene, and this is that we support that with our money as well, because they're not going to make it if we're not interested, right? So.
Ledford, weren't there a couple smaller breweries in Tucson that had some good I'm blanking on the name of the one that was downtown in Tucson that had some pretty good barrel aged sours.
Man, for barrel aged sours, I'm trying to think. I mean, when
we went with Christine, my sister.
Yeah, during my time with Borderlands, and I don't want to get this wrong, we collaborated with Hermanos and 1912, and we did a beer called the Trace. And that was a barrel-aged sour stout that turned out really well. It was a Pima County base, and we did a wild culture and left it for over a year. And that was pretty fun. That was a lot of fun. No. Oh, God. See, I knew I was going to screw it up. Was it Sentinel Peak? Sentinel Peak. Apologies, guys, if I've screwed it up. We made a lot of beer in 4 years. But yeah, they're few and far between a lot, because a great sour program relies heavily on being able to have a certain band of time of temperature and relative humidity, because you want the barrels to be able to expand and contract, and you want that wood to pull in beer, get extra funky, and then kind of push it out through the seasons. And we're not really temperamentally set up for that. And you can make it happen. People are doing it, but it's very expensive and it's very difficult, more difficult than if you were, to Bridget's point, in Colorado, or if you were in California, certain parts of it. So it's tough. And thank you, Jordan. Iron John.
That's what I was trying to think of.
They do some great stuff. I think they're a lot like Ale Apothecary in the idea that they're not going to make anything that really starts with a style, and they're not going to be shackled by style labels. But man, they've had some amazing stuff. What was that peach beer, Brad, that your sister was so love it? Pater Pesh. Pater Pesh was fucking amazing.
And so they're kettle souring though. Is that true, or they have barrel aged program?
They have some barrels too.
I know they're super small. I remember going in there and picking up bottles. So I wasn't sure if they've evolved since then. That was years ago. So
I think the barrel aged ones were what I came home with, I think.
They're really cool. They were different. I really enjoyed my visit there several years ago. So I definitely, and I think Craft 64 brings them in as well. So if you want to pick up bottles locally, I think they might have some.
Also, I just want to do a shout out for Crooked Tooth and 1912 as a sour brewer in the state, because they're both really good.
Absolutely. Yeah, there's like you said, there's a lot of kettle sours, and they are, I think with what we have to work with in Arizona is crushing the kettle sour game.
Absolutely.
I just had Dillinger's Mango Nata, this year's version, and it was amazing. It was like a mango tahine sour, and it was out of this world. Little old Dillinger in the back of the U-Haul storage area, just crushing it on that beer.
Little old Dillinger.
Little old
Dillinger.
1912,
like you said, I had one of their sours this year. They're great too. I mean, there really are these amazing kettle, but there is something to be said for barrel aged and the complexity. And so, if I was going to say one thing about Arizona, that's all. I love our beer scene. Obviously, I'm surrounded by all of the Arizona beers that I've, been drinking today. I love that virtual beer fest. Other states,
it's a lot of fun.
Don't seem to have done that, and so the fact that we did and it went so well, to me, just to see the brewers talking their game and talking their stories was just amazing. I have the shirt too, Brett.
Oh, wait a minute. Let's see it. There it is.
Nice.
I do have the shirt. So got the tank. It's great. I definitely recommend their merch. It's soft and it's
Love
awesome.
it.
So super into it. But
Well, hey, Bridget, you're welcome to hang out after the show ends. I'll probably host a little after party type thing, and I'll send you a link. An after party this is the after party, of course. We'll come back to this in a second. Adam Green is finally back, and
I've been here for 20 minutes.
No, the show's been on for 20 minutes. Calm down.
Adam's gonna flex on you with a Truly right now.
Right.
I was hoping you would. What do you have, Adam, that you were gone for like 5 minutes?
No, I decided to go with the Shop Barrel Aged Dream Crusher Imperial Style. I got it today, so it's not in terms of the whales, but they only made, I think they bottled 300, they said. So I figure give it a go.
Well, I am down with that. Did you pour it already?
Oh, that's nice. That's a nice barrel aged vanilla stout.
I'm glad I got 2 bottles.
Nice. Hey, Brian Metzger. How you doing, buddy? Just 5 exclamation points.
Quality comment, Brian. Great contribution to the show.
I love it.
It would have been better if it had a question mark in there, too.
Yusuf, PJ wants to give a shout out to Chef Tammy.
Yes. Give me a second here. We'll get him in. Hang on one sec. See if we can't make that happen. Chef Tammy, are you available? Just give me a thumbs up if you are. Awesome. Give me 30 seconds. We'll make that happen. Guys, looking back at the comments, I'm just trying to make sure we didn't miss anything. Man, the whole True Sour conversation turned into a full conversation in the comments. It's nuts.
What did I do? Yeah, shout out for Upland Sours. Upland, Indiana, they make amazing stuff. Those guys were down for Arizona BrewCon, I think, for a quality seminar. Pretty amazing stuff.
Cool.
Yeah, good guys. Nice guys, amazing beers. Some of their sours will put a hole in your tongue, which is exactly how I like it.
Hold on, let me. I want to get PJ and Tammy in here, guys. So I'm going to drop you out for just 1 second, and then I want to come back. We'll close this thing out. We'll all have a toast together to end the after party. Brett, Adam Green. Sorry, I cut you off as you were talking. And Chef, can you hear me? One of my dear friends, PJ.
How you doing?
Good.
I just want to give you a quick shout out. I was watching when you did your pie thing, and I come from a big food family, and actually my mother is a food historian, which is a weird thing. Yeah, she is. So I grew up eating some weird things, but I always appreciate a chef who understands and has knowledge of where things come from. I think that's important. I think, having a knowledge of how we got to where we are is kind of crucial in understanding how food evolves and how we, integrate it into our lives. And I always appreciate a chef that understands that. So, awesome. Good on you.
Thank you. It's big deal to me because I feel like things are changing and maybe we're taking a step backwards a little bit when it comes to food. Like, instead of, before it's like, let's do this crazy gastronomy shit and let's push the boundaries as far as we can. I think we're going to go back to the chicken fried steak, liver and onions era.
Right.
Where everything is just like really good food, local, like fuck stuff that you get for like, 50, 100 miles away. Like, fuck that stuff. It's going to be local stuff. We're going to work with better stuff in our community. It's not going to be a problem where you can't find it at the store anymore because we can just buy it from people producing it in the community, right?
Right. And
I see that changing. I think it's a big deal. Just like how we get our beer, everybody tonight is drinking local beer, and I think that's amazing. And I think that should be a food thing too. Like we should know where our meat comes from. We should know where our vegetables come from. Like if you can't source it in the community, then just don't use it. It's that easy. Like, I mean, it forces you to be a little bit more creative. Like I'm sure you are when you're brewing beer. You're forced to be creative with the ingredients you have, and that's the chef challenge. Like, how are you creative with what you have? So, I'm excited for that. And oh my God, pie knowledge is my shit too. I didn't really get deep into it. I would like to talk more about it eventually, but
I want to do another pie episode, and I'm sure other people do. PJ, thank you for your question. We're gonna wrap this thing up here in a second. I'm gonna bring everybody back. I do want to do another pie episode. It was so much fun. For those of you who are watching right now who have not seen that, go to our page, go look that up, follow along. It was incredible. We were getting people sending photos of people making pies. I got photos the next day, Chef.
Me too. And if we do it again now, we'll do something crazier. I wanted to do something that is like, obviously American pie it's one of the biggest foods in our country. And beyond that, that's one of the most iconic pies of all time. But I'd like to get into more of like Depression era pies and stuff like that and work with some crazy ingredients in Arizona. I'm working on a cookbook right now, and it's all like desert pies, like all the shit that I forage in there. So it would be cool to get weird and be like, if you have cactus growing in your yard, let's make pie with it. You know,
I like this idea. Maybe we'll have a conversation this week. We'll see if we can come up with some fun stuff and more interactive sessions with chefs.
For sure.
I love it. All right. Well, thank you for joining us. Hang tight 1 second. I'm going to bring back my co-hosts. And where is Adam Ledford? There you are. This is hard to control. So there's 5 of us on the screen, a maximum of 6. John Petroff, are you there?
Oh my God, he is.
There we go.
All the way there.
Can you hear me? All right, guys. I want to have one last toast, and we'll do it. We'll pop Petroff out and pop someone else back in. I want to bring in Bridget and PJ as well. So a toast to you, John. A toast to you, Chef. A toast to everyone that's watching right now. Thank you for joining us. John, cheers to you. And Bridget, cheers to you.
Bridget, cheers to you.
And PJ, if you've got a drink in your hand, my friend, this is your moment.
Woo!
There you go. Cheers to you.
Where's PJ?
For the win.
PJ, come on, get in there. There you go.
He's gone. Chef, thank you so much for your time once again, and thanks for hanging out with us. This was a blast.
This was great. Thank you for inviting me.
We'll do it again. We'll see you. I lost her for a second. We'll see you.
Right.
We will see you on Thursday when Chef Sam is cooking. I want to see what you're doing, kind of like what we did with Bobby.
I'm so excited. Send me that shit right away so I can go forage for those ingredients.
Absolutely. We'll make it happen. Thank you, Chef.
Cool. Thank you.
Appreciate it. Guys, this was so much fun.
It was great
to host this after party. It was a blast. And to everyone that took the time to sit here and join us, I want to say thank you. This has been a random project that we came up with at like 8 p.m. I sent the boys a message and said, let's start a social distance drinking club. And next thing we knew, everybody was watching this thing. So, and by everybody, I mean, 24 people. But
count it.
It's actually bumpy on like 17 devices.
We just want to hang out, though. Like, it's a good excuse for us to, keep talking and enjoying good beers together, which is what we really like. We enjoy hanging out without beer. If we've ever done that, I think we would enjoy it. But it's just an excuse to hang out, and it's cool that people want to hang out with us.
Yeah. Oh, hey, Anna Kolb, salute. Thanks for coming in.
Who's that? Hold on, let me look. Who we got? Oh, Anna Kolb. Yes, salute to Anna. Thank you so much. Cheers to Detler. Detler says cheers. Dude, Detler, I miss you, brother. We got to play some golf soon. Salute to you. Also, Adam Ledford, you did ask a very nice question. Who wants to see Chef Tammy do a deep dive and full on?
It's supposed to be nerd out
on pie knowledge. Chef can go into detail on pie.
That's what I'm talking about. I want to see that.
We might have to do that. We'll have to do that at some point. Gentlemen, it has been absolutely
really quick. Is this pie as in like the edible thing or pie as in the number? Because if it's just a number.
Never thought I'd get rid of Adam at the end of this. I never thought I would do that. But he just kept
going. That was the best.
For no reason. You done, Adam? You good?
You know what the funny thing is? That Adam's pie joke was going to go on infinitely. 3.1415926.
Oh god.
Get rid of him.
Hey,
God.
everybody knows that the
That
real
guy,
number
come
is
on.
tau.
Be
Tau is
fair.
2 pi, and it's far superior. All right, what are we doing? What are we
Guys,
doing?
we got to do the thing where we toast to everyone, and then say goodbye, and also giving one moment so that I can make sure we do this right. Cheers, everybody! Thank you for joining us. This was the official, unofficial virtual beer fest after party. There you go. Salud.
Oh, you can't. Oh,
Thanks for joining us.
I thought we were gone.
Are you running the show or what?
You expected privacy.
I want to see Adam chug that shit again.
Chug it. See you guys. Thank you so much.
Thanks,
Adam's going to eat
everybody.
a chicken sandwich accidentally in front of everyone.
There we go. Are we done now?